Today we're going to be playing the most requested deck on the channel that I've been trying to put off playing forever, but we got like the 8th request for it at this point, so we're going to have to just play Cultists. I have no idea why you guys want to see me play Cultists so much, but let's just get into it here. We are going to be playing a Imprisonment deck. You can lock the opponent's stuff. We're going to play Crystal Skull or Scroll, depends on which one you want to go with. Round 1, do you want to protect your stuff? I think we're going to go with Scroll for consistency. I swap between these two pretty frequently in this. We're going to go with the Eclipse. Ideally, if you just get this in Chapter 1 off against non-control decks, you will win. Against control decks, I can still remove enough of your Deacons and things that it can be kind of rough. But ideally, you just get that Chapter 1 off. We have Oneiromancy to find it. We've got Battle Stations. This ideally plays 2 of your infused Bronze Cultists later on, preferably just double Illusionist, which is quite good. We've got the Poet. He plays another guy, so it develops 2 engines at once as long as they're infused. Vifion's here to protect the Eclipse. We've got the Vilgefortz here for a bit of removal. We have Necromancy, just bring back Deacons, bring back Initiates, bring back whatever. Illusionists. We've got Prophet, just the only gold cultist other than Master of Ceremonies. We're playing both. Ideally, this guy infuses a couple dudes, and then bam, you've got your infused cultists. We've got Operator. We're playing Operator, so we have Operator to spawn additional copies of either Deacon or Initiate, or even sometimes Illusionist if you just brick your hand, which always happens to me no matter what deck I play. And then we have Remedy to take advantage of the thing we played with Operator. We have our Elba Cavalry just to do a lock. 2 Initiates here. You play the Initiates, you infuse the enemy stuff. It's all whatever. Magni Division is a soldier, so you have Magni Division into Battle Stations. If it's infused, you play that. You've lost the round. You can develop 5 engines at once that way. If you get to do that, it's just too many engines for pretty much every deck except Shoop, because I can do the 13 random damage and kill them all. Then we have the Nausicaa Brigades that come out when you lose a round. You want to try and have those infused if you can. Duchess Informant plays a copy of the Operator thing. We're only playing 1 because you'll have the Operator in 1 round. Teleportation just resets your Deacons most of the time. Illusionist just to make copies of whatever you made with Operator. The Deacons themselves. And then we have a Hunter for a lock. We're going to speed run through this deck list because I'm not too interested in it, but you guys are making me play it, so we're going to just go play it and get it over with. As we get into our first game here against Self-Wound, I'll mention the reason that we're playing this Cultist deck. So Cultist is actually very good at the moment because most decks, in my experience, about 70%, but most decks are not playing Heatwave. Devotion is very popular because of Firesworn Crimes and because of Scoia'tael Devotion. There's a good number of Renfrey decks, a good number of Golden Necker decks not playing Verification. So most decks actually can't remove the scenario. This is not one of those games. This guy doesn't have no trouble removing it, and then we're going to leave. But we'll see if he just didn't draw. Like, if he didn't draw his removal, he doesn't have it. That's how it works sometimes. Double Teleportation is kind of nice here. We got a lock. We got Magni. We are kind of missing Operator, and we're missing our gold. Like, we can't actually trigger the Eclipse without Oneiromancy. So we do need another... Don't need this. Don't need this. Alright, let's just go in here with a Deacon. Let's get the Deacon order off, potentially. He's going to have a Heat Wave, and he probably has a Care Troll Day, which can get through our Defender, potentially. I'll be honest, I haven't had much luck with Ursigner's Ritual lately. I still think it's good, but, like, we've just been pretty unlucky with it. Yeah, we're going to play this. Brigade Infuse. This might not... What we do here might not actually matter. Because he might just have the Purify Heatwave. When you do know they have a Heatwave, I would recommend just pushing with the scenario round 1, because it's much less likely they have it round 1 than round 2. That's an interesting card. Don't see that too often. Wish this guy got like a power buff or something. Or like healing was like more viable in general. So we do have to watch out for a lot of stuff against in this matchup. Let's just play our Deacon. Make it slow. We're going to need to go Fifion, I think, this round 1 in scenario. But if we can do it on 7, where he might want to just pass and count on Svalbard winning the round no matter what, I think that would be a consideration for us. We can go down to 4 safely here. So like scenario, like Fifion goes to 6. Scenario 5, play a gold to infuse his 4. I do want to infuse you. Well, now we find out if he's got the answer. See if he's got it. I imagine he does. Yeah, so Purify things and have the Heat Wave. They're two one-ofs, so it's pretty unlikely he has both, but if he does, the game's over. That's how it is. Yeah, he drew it, so that will be it here. That's how a lot of games go.
Any last words?
Alright, so we've got Fruits here. Fruits is another deck that definitely runs heavy control, so we need Fifione and Scenario round 1, and we just have to have him draw badly, which is probably not going to happen. But you never know, like sometimes this just works because they draw bad. No Deacon again though, that's really annoying. I say again, but yeah. I say again, but I think we got it in the other game actually. I did play a couple games before recording just to make sure I had an idea of the deck. No, I don't really want to. But I never drew Deacon in those. I just gave up and said, let's just start recording because I don't care. And let's get into this. How are we doing here? No Deacon is a big problem. Again, so he's just going to kill Deacons anyway, though. His scroll for Heatwave. There's literally just no way. You know, let's just get it over with as quickly as possible. We don't have a Deacon. We have to Oneiromancy the scenario, which means we can't afford to Oneiromancy a Deacon. Problem here. These decks run Barification on a Megascope, so this doesn't work, and we're just dead. But you know what? Let's just play it anyway and show you guys how this deck works out. Here, let's let him do it. Play the Barification. I know that's what he drew there. He's not running Barification. Ooh, that's lucky. Very lucky. We still can't really do much, to be honest. Like, there's no way to get Deacons out early. We just don't have the cards. Like, how do we not drawing? We're just not drawing Deacons. We helped him out there, to be fair, but is that our Master of Ceremonies? We need this Deacon to spawn in. He's gonna kill it, but hopefully he doesn't. Hey, he did. What a surprise. I'm kind of feeling we have to apply a little bit of pressure here. I don't want to play Battle Stations. Not that much pressure. Maybe just like one of these. He's Erenditted. A Deregere, sure.
Do not mince words on principle.
I think we just replay it. Get some points. I'm amazed he doesn't have Barification. I guess it's not normal in all the decks, although we are playing it. I really like it. We could infuse and kill here.
I wonder what my snares will have captured this time.
We shouldn't be greedy. I was thinking we could just go for the lock on the Nikora. We do that now, though.
The Vormorlaham's detest
And then we could go for a lock here to get the round on even still. So we go... Nice. I thought he'd pass there. The reason we're pressuring hard here is because we don't want to rely on the Nausicaas. Like, we didn't get a chance to infuse them with the brigades and everything, just because of the setup here. And we thought he would have some answers to our stuff. But if we can get illusionists, like double illusionists here, got 2 bronzes, that might be all we really want to do. Let's go battle stations, I guess. See if we can grab some griffins. Neuromancy on the illusionist is our best value at the moment. So we have to go Mamuna. Oh, he doesn't have to, I guess. We still do Oneiromancy then, though. This is too good a value.
Have you ever laid eyes on acceptance such grandeur?
We've got our 3 cultists here. This has to be a Mamuna. Yep. So I wanted to get the griffin off first.
The stars align.
I don't think we're going to win this game, by the way.
A witch's best friend
I'll take
is
that,
a
though.
pet, no doubt. Just a peek. That is all I need. Quick, move those hooves, or we'll both be ham.
We have no choice but the hard push. The problem is we still lose to the Erendite, or do we? Hold on. This game's going to come down to RNG. If we RNG this, we hit this into like Fiend or something, or it's just over. If we go to round 3, how do I think for this? No, we just have to RNG it and call it a GG when it pulls the other Fiend. Or that. He's got it. Actually, his Erendite might not be 12, to be fair. But it probably is. Or we just win, because he didn't keep the Erendite. That was a silly game. Alright, Mira 6, what do we got? Enslave. So this is going to be a Devotion deck. We should be fine. Unless it's Enslave 5 Shoop, which would be one of the worst matchups possible, because they run Heatwave and... Oh, it's Enslave 8 Meme deck. Can we just not play trash tier decks, please? I want to play like a real game. Instead of just getting milled out because our deck's super thinning and getting all this garbage played on us. But you know what? We're playing trash too, so who cares? I mean, this deck's actually good. It's good against the meta, but, you know. We're not playing the meta. We're playing meme tier shenanigans. Again, though, he can't answer the scenario, so. The only thing there's only one thing we have to do in this game, which is have Vilgefortz in our hand, so we can remove the defender and lock the guy. So, like, we're set. We've already won the game. That's just how this works, unfortunately. The only he doesn't have a Heatwave, so we just play this whenever. Do we have a Deacon? How do we never have a Deacon? Like, I didn't put 1 Deacon in the deck, right? No, we have 2. Okay. I guess we just never have Deacon. Weird. We could Operator this, then. Just start right off with it, I guess. Like, we could get a Deacon from this, but what's an open Operator? Still the 2 gold cultists. We only need 1, but... The operator on his guy is not too important. The operator deacon here is not that important. I'd rather just open this, hopefully to get some value round 1, because he's going to shove value round 1 as much as possible. He should have infused. I don't know what he's thinking there. Probably wasn't thinking. This is a no-thinking deck he's playing. I mean, ours is kind of a no-thinking deck, too. Eh, whatever. Just lock it. Alright, I guess I should explain what this deck is. When you see Enslave 8, they're playing as many tactics as possible, and the entire goal of the deck is just to play down to 0 cards round 1, and then just with Yonkel wait, and then go Defender, Kolgrim, Letho Kingslayer, because the opponent will not theoretically play down to 0 cards, and that way you get like 6 turns of 30 points a turn or something, because your deck's so much bigger. But we should just be able to beat this. If he tries to do that, we can also just profit his hand, to be honest. What are we looking for at the moment? He's not playing Heatwave. What are we looking for? I guess we just play a Deacon. Let's grab a Deacon. And we'll stick back you.
Spin the wheel. Set the stage.
We do have the counter to his deck in hand. 2 locks and a removal for the defender. Yeah, we could just let him try and do his strategy and then just... Is it amnesty time? Yeah, there it is. We could just let him try and do his strategy and then just win later. Because we have the hard counter. Let's go for the infusion here. He isn't going to pass. Like, this deck has to play down to 0 round 1. It's the only way it works.
Observe the right with utmost care.
We did a video on this deck a long time ago. I don't remember when. It doesn't really work if the opponent has the counter. It's like our deck. It doesn't know if work if the opponent has the counters. But unlike our deck, most decks aren't running the counters at the moment. It does just shove a ton of round 1 tempo, especially with the Enslave 8. Interesting choices.
Asking me for help. Now that's smart.
I do want to get the other Deacon.
In my dreams.
The other thing you can do against this is just play down with them to 0, and then they don't have the hand advantage for Kolgrim to go off as many times. He's going to shove the leader here. Pretty sure he has to. Yep. The whole point of this deck is the 8 Enslave is you get such round 1 tempo with it that you can just win most of the time and then do your strategy, but we have the lock and everything here. We don't even need this, but try for it anyway. Go with this teleportation. It's more cultist setup.
The stars align.
Like any normal deck would pass here, but his deck isn't going to.
A bit of bloodletting.
And just remember, the most important thing is, as long as we have this and 2 locks, we do win. So I'm going to just keep it. He's going to play his last 3 cards to set up his deck, and then we just do round... He has to play Jan, and then the 2 cards. And then we just go Vilgefortz Defender, lock Kolgrim, lock Letho Kingslayer. He will get a bunch of points immediately from it. From each one, like 8. But it shouldn't be enough to win, because we'll have battle stations in Vilgefortz. Well, not Vilgefortz, we'll have battle stations. The other thing here is we can just lock his Kolgrim, which will be hilarious, because he's going to go Defender, we play Prophet, we have more cards in hand, we lock the Kolgrim. The first one literally doesn't do anything, and then he's got the second one. So this guy's really just has no chance at the moment, but he doesn't know that. This is Defender. This is how you play the deck. Down to 0. Jan, Defender, Kolgrim, Letho Kingslayer on the Kolgrim. But it's not going to matter, because now the Kolgrim is going to be locked. And then we just say thanks to him. Where's the thank you emote?
Thank you.
Thanks.
That was very
Because now we can kill the Kolgrim. Second Defender. Yes. Which is locked, because the way doesn't go off. So now we kill this, and he instantly leaves the game. Because we have a lock for his Kolgrim right there on our leader. He's been completely dismantled. Yep, get out. What a silly game. Why are, by the way, why are all of our games ridiculous and stupid? We're not at low rank. We're like 2570 or 2470 or something. Like, we're not at our peak MMR, but what is going on right now? Han Akyus playing Tactical Decision. Either Renfrey or Constructs. More Renfrey than Constructs. What do we want to do here? We drew Defender. We drew... Oh, this is kind of nice. Again, we don't have a Deacon, though. Deacon is the card we have to open with. I mean, I want Operator and Deacon. Thank you. Alright, so let's just do this right off the bat here. The Deacon's going. No teleportations, though. So we just have the Deacon spawn, then this Deacon. If there's Renfrey, there's no interaction. If there's Constructs, so they don't always run Heatwave because they have the Construct damage for control, but we'll see. I mean, it could be Hyperthin too, I suppose. Renfrey Hyperthin's still pretty popular. Or pretty popular, I mean, I've seen it 4 or 5 times this season. I think. I have to check the actual spreadsheet to know the numbers. Oh, it's in our hand. You can't discard it, buddy. It's right there. Is this Mill? If it's Mill, the only thing we can do is just hard 2-0 push. If it is Mill, I think we just want to draw here. We just draw this. Is that as our big round 2 push card? Yeah, so it is just Mill.
This dance you will never forget.
Our deck does thin a lot, so we have to 2-0 push. They spend so much provisions on the milling, I don't think he'll be able to answer Defender scenario. But you never know, they do play Vilgefortz.
You will not regret this, sir. Here's our chance.
And that's annoying, but like, it is a thinning card at the end of the day, so we're not too happy to see that go. Or too sad, I mean. Let's do this.
Behold, Nilfgaard's
Probably getting Vilgefortz here.
victory is on the wind.
Nope.
We follow Letho's lead.
You know, if he just mills those, that's actually not that bad. So we do have 1 gold cultist, who's all we really need for this scenario to be good.
Anointed servant. Time to get our hands dirty.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest here. He's just milling the worst possible options for him. So that's kind of funny. I do want to infuse this so it goes the opposite row ranged. I think this is the play. I want to infuse this with 2 so we can kill it right away. He doesn't remove it or doesn't teleport it. He should be playing he should be playing it melee. To be fair.
No one can hide from me.
It's such a stupid game. Can't believe we're in this. Anyway, though, so we do 2 infuses. Play this. 2 cultists.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Here's our chance.
We'll just grab a cultist. Actually, we don't even need a cultist. Does he still? We killed this guy, right?
Just a peek. That is all I need.
That should do it. Round 1's pretty much over now. We just slam the round 2 battle stations. Yep. There goes the Ring of Favor. Just looking for cultists here. I mean, this into this, then we Oneiromancy the last card in our deck. Because he'll only mill 1 card next turn. Sure.
My boots got sand aplenty in them. Day is nigh. Thrones to be emptied, then filled again.
Then we Oneiromancy whatever our last card is. Hopefully it's the Illusionist. He's probably gonna mill us 1 here. Ah, Tibor.
Long live the Emperor!
So this is a lock. I mean, we've been milled out. He's got his Vilga Forts, he's got all his stuff. It's gonna be up to value here.
Beaters forward! Let the hunt begin. All is
See what we can do. Do you want to teleport our locked guy eventually?
Drake. That's
So I think he's going to win this off Kolgrim. So once you get to this adrenaline condition, we'll just click the Kolgrim. Do this. Then we'll just play this guy.
observe the rites with utmost care.
And we'll end with the teleports on the bronzes to trigger our infusions.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed. No stench more foul than flesh well charred.
Oh no.
Your Imperial Majesty.
This is adrenaline 2, right? So we have to do it this turn.
I've seen the foul beast and its retinue.
I guess if he kills himself, he doesn't lock. Interesting. Didn't know that. This is a good time to do him. We can now infuse that Mage Assassin, and then that'll give us a ridiculous amount of points. Yeah, it's right there, buddy. I see it. It's getting locked, or getting infused, and it's dying. You're a cultist too, right? Because we do it again. If we replay him again. Yeah, I see the Mage Assassins. Hovering over them's not going to save him. Mr. Mill. This is like the only deck I don't feel bad playing cultists against. Because Mill's a trash tier deck that is just like RNG Fiesta. Yeah, what are we getting? Ooh, could replay it again, I guess. I think we would. There's no way he has another lock, so at least get the order off once. I mean, he could just Vilgefortz it. He hasn't played that yet, has he? I don't think so. Hey, there it is. To kill the infused guy at the 19.1. Smart. Alright, so what we'll do here is we'll do this on you. Do this. Move this. I mean, he might honestly just win this. Alright, there we go. We've been milled out. Defeated by Mill. Congratulations. Alright. QWER Dwarves. This is our last game no matter what. I'm tired of these ridiculous games. If this is Renfrey Dwarves on top of it, we're going to just say whatever. Now, we just need a... Alright. I'm saying this right now. We just need a deacon. Can we have a deacon? It appears the answer is no. This is pretty good against him. Thank goodness. Oh, we do want to operator that deacon, but that's going to be kind of rough to manage with this hand setup. Guess we have the gold cultist where you could just open profit, I guess. Let's just open profit. It's either that or master. And I'd rather prevent him from developing engines for a turn here.
Never ever whistle in a mic.
There's a good chance he has Purify Heatwave, by the way, in this deck. Don't need you yet. Going on the bottom's a little annoying, but... Let's see what he's going to do. Didn't go for the RNG kill on it. Missed. Brigade. Really sad we don't have a teleport here, by the way. It would be really amazing.
The stars align.
I think this guy can't outdo us, so it's not Renfrey. It's just gonna be regular old dwarves. So probably Simlas armor combo. That does beat us round 3, unfortunately. I really actually wanted to kill one of those.
Onward, onward, to be showered with
Do this and play down to 4. So we'll do scenario this. Alright, so we do play down to 4 here. Let's do the long round 3. Question is going to be, is Brewer Monroe better than what we have? We're going to keep the brigade so we can shove it back in our deck round 3 redraw and guarantee we don't see it again. Volunteers next.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Why would you play that over the redraw? We know he's playing Armorer's Workshop combo with Dennis, which will get pretty big. Then Brewer. We're looking for Cultists here. We're looking for Cultists. We shove the 2 brigades back. We know we won't see those in our draws. Not too bad. Do want to open with a soldier, so we want to open Illusionist. So we don't want to draw the brigades off of battle stations.
Reality is that which, though you believe it no more, does not know.
Let's grab those, then we'll go battle stations next. We should Maggie Division battle stations, but this will have to do. And that's the game. This is how the game works. These games are all going to be stupid, and I hate this deck. But we played it for you guys. We've finally done it. And that's just how it is. Alright guys, that is the deck. I mean, if you want to make changes, the big changes here is Whoa, just pulled out a drawer on my desk. Hold on, sorry about that. I didn't realize there's a drawer there. I'm recording a different room. So we have Vilgefortz. It's either Vilgefortz, Decree, or Armada. Any of them are fine. I think Vilgefortz I like just because we ran into some stupid things we had to answer. It was a Cultist stuff, but whatever. And you kind of saw, like, if we didn't have this Vilgefortz, we would have lost to the meme Kolgrim guy, but that's what it is. That's the deck. Don't play it. To be honest, it's pretty solid at the current meta if you're running into those decks that aren't playing their heat waves. But if you are ranking stuff with them, it gets obnoxious, and it's just, well, did they draw it? Did they not draw it? And then I'm going to say most of the games with this deck, in my experience, about 50%, either you or the opponent just forfeits after like 3 or 4 cards round 1, because either the scenario goes off and they give up, or it doesn't go off because it gets heat waved and you give up. But that's the deck. You guys have been asking me to make this for months. There's more requests than any other deck I've ever made. And so we did it. And I'm sorry if I'm a little, let's say, salty in this one. Because, yeah, I spent a whole bunch of time. You guys want the anecdote? I'll give you the anecdote. Anyone who lasted this long in the video, both lasting through Cultists and who gets to the end, because not most people don't wait to the end. But for those of you who do, here's your special anecdote for the day. Prior to this recording, I was trying to get my capture software, because I was using Game Bar at the moment, because I can't get OBS to work. I was using Game Bar, came on my laptops, and when you do, it's like Windows G or something, but I couldn't get it to work. So I spent forever trying to figure out why it wasn't working. I realized it was the Windows button. Like, my Windows button wasn't working. Like, I couldn't Windows D, Windows E, any of that fancy shortcuts. I was like, why is my Windows button broken? So I went and looked it up. Spent like an hour registry editing, all that stuff to try and fix the key. Like, why isn't it working? Registry edit, go do these other things, restart laptop with all these other tries. And at the very end, after like an hour of this, I'm going to give you guys a second just to appreciate this. I realized, since I do have a new laptop, I realized there's a turn off Windows key button on my keypad or on my keyboard that I'd pressed by accident when setting up my microphone. So I turned it off on my keyboard, and that's why it wasn't getting fixed. Spent an hour fixing that. So that's why we're salty in this video. But if you lasted this long, comment about that. Have you done anything similar before? because, man, was I annoyed when I figured that one out. But we'll get on with it. That's the rest of the... I don't think I have any other changes for this deck. It's good against some meta. It's like an anti-meta thing. I expect this to get nerfed next patch because no one likes Cultists. No one likes playing against it. At the moment, it's actually good, which is pretty sad. But hope you guys enjoyed. We did lose to Mill, which is always really funny, too. I'll keep that one in here. But we'll see you next time.
That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.